Hey, what is up, all you amazing people out there? Welcome to Ian's RC, coming at you with another video today. We're going to get started on doing this CR18-P Rock Van Builders Edition kit. Go ahead and start getting this van built up. Now, as you see here, I did already mask off the windows to get ready for paint. There's a couple other things I already went ahead and did, like paint-wise, that I'm going to do to this. I'll go ahead and get all this stuff out of here. I can show you what I've done so far, and then we'll get into the rest of the build of it. So with the bumper here, I went ahead and chromed the little trim around where the light bar goes, and I chromed inside the light buckets, and I went ahead and put the lenses on there. Same with the grill. I chromed it out, chromed the inside of the light buckets, put those lenses on there. And I also did the rear light buckets and the light trims. Got those chromed, ready to go. Inside there, lenses in, ready to go. And yep, that was about, oh yeah, mirrors. I got the rear view mirrors chromed out and ready to go. So yeah, that's what I've done so far, just to get kind of ready. And I got the tires and wheels now. I got them mounted together. Those are the rims that I got going on here. They're Hobby Soul 1.0. They're called Ghost rims. If you look, it's going to be kind of hard with the plastic on here. I'll take one out and show you guys. You look, if you can see, that light is kind of glaring, but they're little skulls all the way around there. So they're kind of going to go with the theme. And also it looks like something else. I'm not going to say yet, because I'm not going to say what my theme is just yet on this van. But yeah, and I got those DJ Crawler wheels. It's 58 millimeters. Nice, soft, squishy tires. Really sticky. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start getting into the build here and get moving on. I'm going to be bringing you guys along, like with the SCX-24, the cliffhanger build that I did recently. I won't be filming the entire process of me, you know, figuring it out and tinkering and doing it. It's just good. That'll be forever and taking forever and kind of boring, if you ask me. But yeah, I will definitely be popping in and out with some stuff, letting you guys know what I have done, throwing in some pictures or some time lapse. You know how I do here at Ian's RC. So yeah, so go ahead and hit that subscribe, turn on notification bells so you know when I post new videos. Like, comment, all that good stuff. Let's get on into this build. All right, so step one here is bag A, which is the chassis. And really all that is just taking this plate here, that's where you put your ESC and everything, and screwing these two screws in here. Here and here, here and here. That's the first step. Now the second step is going to be putting in the transmission and the motor and everything here. But before I do that, because I'm not using these shocks, I'm going to be putting these oil-filled shocks on here. I'm going to go ahead and switch those out first, and then I'll get into putting in the transmission and stuff. So let's do it. All right, got those shocks off. Now we're going to go ahead and get into these ones here. I haven't even opened these and really looked at them. I ordered all this stuff from Fair RC. When I ordered the kit, I was able to just add all these optional upgrade parts right to it, and it was sent with it. It's an amazing company, great customer service, good products. They do a lot with quite a few different companies. Let me get my my X-Acto knife and open that. All right, get in here. Let's get in here. Oh, instructions. And there's the shocks. And now it comes with other springs. I think the ones that are on it are the softest ones. So those are the ones I'm going to go ahead and just leave on it. And also the color kind of goes with this, the theme that I'm going for with the van. Not sure what that little thing there is. Looks like a little steering arm or something. But all right, yep, I'm going to go ahead. I mean, these seem pretty good. I don't know, I maybe would like a little bit softer of a spring, or maybe no spring at all at some point. It's kind of stuck right there. It's not going all the way up over that cap like it's supposed to. But yep, adjustable, oil filled. They already came with oil in them, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to try them out with the springs. I might end up taking those springs off or finding some softer springs, or maybe just trimming a couple of the rings off of there. Something, make them just a little bit softer. Like I'm not even getting all the way full compression. I mean, it's like a millimeter I'm not getting, but every little bit counts. But all right, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get in and get these installed and then keep on moving on the process. All right, there we go. Got those shocks on there. Now they seem still a little stiff and bouncy to me. I don't know. Maybe this needs a little bit more oil in it. Like I said, they came with the oil already in them, but maybe it just needs a little bit more. I don't know what weight oil is in there, but I'm gonna do it as is for now. I'll adjust them as needed if I need to later on down the road. You know, maybe that won't be so bad once there's actually weight and everything on it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue on building. Then we're gonna go into doing the transmission and motor now. All right, so I open this up just to make sure there's grease and stuff. It is greased, very good. You do have a plastic spur gear. I believe all the other gears inside are metal. I am going to go ahead and get inside the transmission part, check that, see if they're metal or plastic, make sure they're greased, which I'm sure they are considering they greased that part of it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get into that and check that out. All right, so got that off of there. Again, it is really greased up in there, which is good. But I do believe these are plastic gears. They are definitely plastic. But that's alright. I'm going to run it as is. I got that other transfer case with the metal gears, which I'm going to put into my T-Hunter. So, but yeah. Alright, but they are really greased. Got bushings. As you can see in there, yeah, tons of grease, so that's good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. See, it's kind of tight though. All right, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and get it all put back together and then get it installed. All right, got it all put back together. It does feel a little stiff, like it's hard to turn. Maybe it'll loosen up once I drive a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it installed in now. So yep, let's go ahead and roll that time lapse. All right, so I wanted to step in here before I actually did that time lapse and started putting and installing this because I noticed something. On here they have, okay, because this is supposed to sit in here like this. Okay, it sits down in here. Well, on the instruction manual here, it will show you this part of your transmission needs to be facing back towards the back of the chassis. And the long drive shaft goes to the back, short drive shaft to the front. Okay, follow? Now, if you look at this, you want this part facing the rear. Can you see what's wrong on there already? they have the drive shafts flip-flopped. That long one needs to be in the back, and that short one needs to be in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and switch those around, and then I'll get it installed. Alright, there we go. Got those all switched around. So now we can go ahead and install it. I mean, again, that wasn't that big of a deal. But, you know, if it's something that to keep an eye out for, you know, if it's your first time building, or if you get this for like your kid or something, because it is a really easy kit to build. Most of it's already put together. Like, you don't have to build axles and all that stuff. So, I mean, it'd be great to get for your kid to start with and learning how to build kits and stuff. But yeah, just double check that, because yeah, those drive shafts were put on opposite. Not that big of a deal, easy fix. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this on here now. It's only 3 screws, so I don't really need to time lapse this. But yeah, you got your 3 holes here on the bottom of your chassis and your plate. And then you got your 3 holes here that will match up. So yep, we'll go ahead and just line those up there. And it comes with these 3 screws. Okay, I just knocked my camera over. So yeah, back to that. So 3 screws right up under here. Go ahead and just stick the screw in there, get it started. Now, again, the only thing that I'll say about this, though, is that it is Phillips head screws. So just be careful when you're doing this so you don't strip those out. Because they will strip out a lot easier than the hex screws will. Oh, yes. Get that fastened down in there. Try to make sure it's good and straight. And don't tighten the first one down all the way. Get your other ones in there just so you make sure they all line up good. You know, like I said, if you get this for your kid or something, you may need to help them a little bit. But I mean, this is really simple. Kind of just put together kind of kit. It's still enjoyable. And like, the reason I got the kit instead of the RTR Rock Band is, one, because it came with the wheel weights, and it was supposed to be metal gears from what I thought. Maybe that's in the in the axles and the portals, but I really wanted to paint my own body on it. You know what I mean? I wanted to do my own theme on the body and stuff, so that's why I went ahead and got the kit instead of just getting the RTR. But yeah, it's really simple. Like I said, if you want to get it for your kids or something, or you just want a nice, quick, easy little build that you can customize the body yourself, like me, you know what I mean? That was my main reason. Then yeah, I highly suggest it. But these things are getting really big, the small scales. Like, I've seen a lot of these talked about with the van. They just released the Evo version with the 2-speed gearbox and all that. But yep, that's it. There's 3 screws. There you go. Transmission, motor, drive shafts all installed. Now we're going to go on and move to the next step. All right, next step, bag C. This is your front axle. Get it out of the bag. All right, so yeah, front axle. Yeah, that's that one that's right there. It's a shorter one that came with these shocks. All right, well, I'll figure that out when I get to that step. But yep, your links, everything already here. Portal axles. I do want to look in here. Well, you know what? I'm gonna trust it. No, I'm not. Metal axles, it looks like. Metal dog bones, like it says. I want to make sure that the gears are metal. Make sure they're greased and everything. I mean, I know the other things were greased and all that. I just want to double check, make sure they're metal. So I'm going to check those real quick, and then we'll get into installing it. All right, so I am glad that I did look in there. They are metal gears, like they're supposed to be. But there is no grease. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of my grease in there, get it back together, do the other side, and then I'm going to check in the diff and make sure that's greased, and then we'll get back into the install. So yeah, always double check, guys. Always double check and make sure, just to make sure there's grease in these gears and stuff. All right, there we go. Front axle installed. Shocks, everything. Everything's all greased up. And I went in and I greased both of the portal gears. I greased the diff gear. None of those had grease in them. They are all metal, but there was no grease in any of them. So I went ahead and greased that up. And as far as installation goes, my process was a little bit different because I have these shocks on it. If you're not going to be getting these shocks on here, it's a lot simpler. It's just 2 screws just to attach your links, and then there's the ball joints that come on here for you to pop the stock shocks onto. But for these shocks, I had to take those off, and the shocks come with all the hardware you need to get them attached on there. So it was a little more of a step for me because I added these shocks. But if you're not going to be doing that and you're just going to be building it as is, I mean, it's 2 screws. Simple, done. 2 screws, pop on a ball joint. Easy to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into the back one. I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to make sure all those gears and everything are all greased up good. Taking off those ball joints for these shocks so I can install those the way those are. And then, yeah, we'll get back into it. There it is, chassis all up and done. Just got to do electronics and servo, and then get the paint on the body and get that all built up and installed. The shocks still feel a little bit stiff. Maybe they'll loosen up some, you know, after they break in a little bit and I actually run it a little bit and work them. The front feels really stiff. But yeah, we'll see how they work out. Maybe I'll have to get in there and adjust them. Like I said, maybe take a little bit of the oil out or take the springs out or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out once I get to that point of it. But yep, next up is the electronics, steering servo, all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then we'll be back. All right. There it is. All put together. All that's left is just doing the body, the paint, and the lights, and all the stuff you got to install onto the body. But yep, it's working. Pretty nice. Those wheels and tires look great. Got a pretty good steering angle. Oh, something seems like it's kind of binding or something a little bit. It's kind of jumping a little bit. Maybe I just got one of the tires on too tight or something. Yeah, it seems to want to just push that front forward though and not actually turn. I mean, this table is pretty slick, but all right, yeah, there she is. Now it's time to get paint on the body and get the body put together and put on here and be done with it. So let's go paint.